Not having hobbies will ruin your life, and I don't care what your main quest is in life right now, be it school, a job, you run a successful business. If you don't have other things that you can engross 100% of your focus into, it's going to make you miserable. And I'm going to explain why using myself as an example. So I'm a content creator. I make videos for my personal accounts, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, as well as making video content ads for brands. I never went to uni. I didn't get a proper job, and as a result of this, I'm working from home. I work for myself, which can get very lonely and very isolating, right? And because content creation is the only thing I do, all of my energy every day, all day, is focused on content creation. And recently I've been struggling a lot with ideas for content, and that can very quickly become a task, which will then cause me to lock myself in my room and not come out until I have ideas. Now, what this can do is it makes me operate out of a place of anxiety and fear as opposed to being genuinely inspired to create. And because of this, because it's a task on my to-do list, and because I'm trying to lock in and focus and do all that kind of stuff, I won't allow myself to do other things because it will be deviating from the main task, which in my case is coming up with ideas. So then it very quickly turns into this cycle where you won't allow yourself to do other things because you've got stuff to do, which can actually be extremely detrimental, and in my case was extremely detrimental. But the other day, it was a random Sunday night. I booked a salsa class, a free introductory salsa class in the city, and I went to that last night. Before going to the salsa class, I was pretty anxious about my work that I had to do. I wasn't getting anything done. I was so unproductive, but I wouldn't let myself do other things. It came to a point where I had to leave for the salsa class. You know, it was at 6 p.m. I had to get on the train and go, regardless of the work that I wanted to do. And then on the train, it kind of hit me that I'm going to the salsa class. It was a pretty nerve-wracking thing. I'm going to dance with strangers. I'm meeting new people in the city, and for the first time in quite a while, like, I was genuinely taken out of all of my previous worries, and now I was so nervous about meeting new people, dancing with strangers, and actually learning the skill of salsa. Anyways, I did the salsa classes, and it was awesome. I ended up signing up for a month of doing them consistently. But the weirdest thing happened on the train on the way home. I felt myself start to come up with all these ideas for content because I was in such a good mood after those salsa classes. I was feeling genuinely inspired, and the ideas were just coming to me. Like, I didn't have the intention of sitting on the train and thinking of ideas. They just came to me because I was in this state of joy and being inspired. In that moment, I realized the importance of doing an abundance of things in life and doing things where you can be taken out of your head. You can be taken out of always thinking about that main thing, whether it's studying for an exam, whether it's having all these deadlines for work, whether it's taking care of a child. I don't know, maybe that'll be different, I don't know. But it is so important to focus your energy onto other things that genuinely make you feel inspired, and they let you feel different emotions into other things, because that is energy which can then be used to dump into your main quest, which in turn makes it easier, and it makes just your life overall more fulfilling. Now, if you're someone who's sitting there thinking that you don't have a passion, it's because you haven't found your passion yet. You're sitting in your room surrounded by 4 walls thinking you don't have a passion, when in reality, passions are found by going outside and trying new things. I had no idea that I would like salsa as much as I did until I actually did a salsa lesson. It was the same thing when I did a pottery class one time. Pottery. I did a pottery class, and it was awesome. I never knew I would like Spanish music as much as I liked it until I started learning Spanish, and that passion was unlocked. And before I started trying it, you would hear it, and it wouldn't really tick anything inside of me until I actually did it. Who would have thought? But I don't care where you are in life right now, even if your main thing is something that you're genuinely fulfilled by. I'm genuinely fulfilled by content creation. I love what I do. But when it's the only thing you do, you can quickly start to operate out of a place of anxiousness and a place of fear of falling behind. I know a lot of creators can relate to that, you know, when you start to get a lot of momentum on the socials or whatever, there's this fear that can happen of falling behind and then creating because you have to create now, as opposed to when you would create before you had an idea that genuinely inspired you. So I don't care what it is, go out and try something new, whether it be taking a language class, a free salsa class, doing crocheting, I don't know. You'll never know until you try it. And it is so important to do other things because that will help your main quest, if any of that makes sense.